Hi, my name is Atticus Patton again, and this is for transmedia storytelling for my transmedia story. This is the one where we created a story from scratch, basically. Mine was Little One Feather. So my prior knowledge going into this one was basically from the transmedia fairy tale. Still pretty limited, especially with hands-on and creating something from the ground up. With the fairy tale, we kind of had a basic story in mind that the world knows about. So taking a story of your own and adding the element of it being unknown and then introducing it into the world is something that was a little bit different than the fairy tale. Um, so that's my prior knowledge. For my inquire, what I wanted to know more about, again, just really getting into the basics. Jason's mentioned a couple times that this is an experimental way of still telling stories. It's still pretty new, so the rules are more of a guideline, but they're still they're developing into hard and fast rules. So learning those rules took a little bit of time. Some that I'm still kind of working on. Also defining the difference between transmedia and cross media and the alternative reality gaming. They're such a fine line that can kind of be blurred depending on what the story is. So getting those down, and I, I would like to keep working on blurring that line between transmedia and alternative reality gaming, because I think that the key to getting audience participation, especially for people who are interested in this kind of story, people who don't want to just go and sit in a movie theater or just read a book. They want to be able to participate with the characters. They want to be able to participate with other fans. That alternative reality gaming really gives the abilities to do that. So for my suggest, if I had more time on this, I mentioned it before, just in some of my paperwork. I really would have liked to have spent more time on the comic book or the web comic in this one. I did some of the artwork myself. Well, I did all of the artwork myself, but I'm definitely not the caliber of artist that I'm looking for. So getting that story out to somebody who has a little bit better idea of what they're doing would have been nice. Also, I kind of got sidetracked by just putting things together, and kind of missed the differential between that, breaking the fourth wall. So or revealing what's behind the curtain. So keeping the backstory stuff as more of an afterthought instead of the prime story, and actually working on keeping that suspension of disbelief for the audience members, and knowing that it's a fictional story, but it's something that they could still participate in any world. So if I had more time, I would probably work on keeping that curtain drawn a little bit more. And for my elevate, again, talking about what I would do in the future, even if I don't end up doing something directly related to transmedia, which I think is going to be a pretty big growth industry. Like there's so many people that are craving it that I can see project managers popping up for this, because it works. It gets the story out and it gets people involved. So even if I don't work directly for something that has to do with transmedia, I would definitely work on doing working transmedia into whatever job I do and whatever project I'm working on, having at least a small piece transfer into other aspects to try and draw in that audience. So it's a very beneficial class, and getting an idea of not only what transmedia is, but how you can work it into your project is really beneficial. So thank you for that, and I look forward to what's next.